Trump suspends immigration for 75 countries. Are you affected? What if a single policy decision made thousands of families pause their future overnight? What if years of planning, saving money, preparing documents, and dreaming about a better life suddenly came to a complete stop? Right now, this is not just a hypothetical situation. It is a reality for many people around the world. A powerful immigration move linked to Donald Trump has created uncertainty, fear, and confusion across multiple continents. We are talking about a suspension of immigration pathways around 75 countries potentially affected and millions of individuals left wondering what happens next. So the most important question is not just what happened, the real question is, could this decision affect you, your family, or your future plans? Stay with me throughout this video, because I will break everything down in a clear, professional, and easy to understand way. Without hype, without confusion, and with complete clarity. Welcome back to Free Visa Hub, your trusted platform where we simplify complex visa policies, immigration updates, and global travel opportunities into clear and practical information. Today's topic is extremely important, especially for anyone who has plans, even long-term plans, of moving to the United States. In this video, we will carefully and professionally explore what exactly this immigration suspension means, which regions and countries are likely impacted, who is directly affected and who is not, the real-life consequences behind the headlines, and most importantly, what steps you should take next. I strongly recommend that you watch this video until the end, because even a small piece of information from this discussion could help you make a better and smarter decision for your future. Understanding the policy. Let us begin by understanding the situation clearly and without exaggeration. This is not just another trending news headline. It is a serious immigration policy shift that focuses specifically on long-term migration. The key term you need to understand here is immigrant visas. These are visas issued to individuals who are planning to settle permanently in the United States, obtain lawful permanent residency, green card, build a long-term future in the country. Now here is a very important clarification that many people misunderstand. This is not a complete travel ban. This policy does not automatically stop tourists from visiting, students from studying, business travelers from entering. Instead, it primarily targets those who are seeking permanent immigration status. So in simple and clear words, if your goal is to live permanently in the United States, this policy could directly impact your plans. Affected countries and regions. Now let us address the question that is on everyone's mind. Which countries are affected by this policy? While official lists may change and evolve depending on government decisions, the general pattern suggests that the affected countries are mainly from regions that already face stricter immigration scrutiny. These regions include several parts of Asia, multiple countries across Africa, areas within the Middle East, and some developing nations with higher immigration demand. However, it is extremely important to understand one key point. Not all countries are treated the same under this policy. There are different levels of restriction, such as complete suspension of certain visa categories, partial limitations with additional conditions, increased background checks, and longer processing times. So instead of generalizing, you need to evaluate your situation based on your specific country and visa category. WHO is actually affected? Now let's break down exactly who is most likely to be affected by this decision. Highly affected individuals include people who are already in the process of permanent immigration, such as applicants waiting for green cards, individuals sponsored by family members, winners of the diversity visa lottery, skilled workers approved under employment-based immigration. These individuals are not just travelers. They are people planning to build a new life in another country. Less affected or unaffected individuals. At the same time, there are categories of people who may. Why was this decision made? Governments typically make immigration changes based on strategic priorities. including national security considerations, ensuring stronger background checks and minimizing potential risks, economic protection policies, protecting job opportunities for local citizens, immigration management, controlling the number of incoming permanent residents, system efficiency, reducing fraud, visa misuse, and overstays. Many critics believe that it unfairly impacts genuine applicants, it creates emotional stress for families, it sends a negative message globally. This makes the issue not only political but also deeply human. Real-life impact. Now let's move away from policy language and focus on real human impact. Behind every visa application, there is a personal story. Imagine someone who has waited for years for approval, invested significant money, planned their entire future around migration, and suddenly, everything becomes uncertain. The real consequences include families separated across borders, financial losses due to delays or cancellations, career opportunities disappearing, emotional stress and anxiety. This is why this topic is not just about immigration. It is about people, dreams, and life-changing decisions. What should you do now? Now comes the most practical and important part of this video. If you are affected, or even if you are unsure, here is what you should do. Stay properly informed, always rely on official announcements and verified sources instead of rumors. Understand your exact visa category. Your situation depends heavily on your visa type and application stage. Seek professional guidance, contact immigration experts, legal advisors, or official embassies for accurate advice. Explore alternative pathways, consider other countries with flexible immigration systems such as Canada, United Kingdom, Australia. Remain patient and prepared. Immigration policies change over time, and opportunities often return. Future outlook. Looking ahead, there are several possible outcomes. The policy could be revised or reversed, restrictions could become stricter, some countries could receive exemptions. The key is to stay informed, flexible, and ready for change. Conclusion. To summarize everything clearly, this policy targets immigrant visas. Not all travel. Around 75 countries are potentially affected. The impact depends on your visa type and situation, and the future is still uncertain. But most importantly, this is not the end of your journey. It is just a temporary obstacle. Genuinely change the way you look at immigration and your future planning. Many people, especially in countries like Pakistan and across developing regions, often believe that once they apply for a visa or start an immigration process, their journey is guaranteed. But the reality is very different. Immigration is not just a process, it is a dynamic system influenced by politics, economics, and global events. Decisions like the one associated with Donald Trump remind us of one critical truth: no immigration pathway is ever 100% secure. Policies can change. Governments can shift priorities. And opportunities can open or close without warning. Instead of relying on only one country or one visa pathway, you should always build a multi-option strategy. Think of your future like an investment. Smart people don't put everything in one place, they diversify. In the same way, apply to multiple countries, explore different visa categories, keep backup plans ready. This approach not only reduces risk but also increases your chances of success. For many people, the United States is the ultimate dream, and there is nothing wrong with that. However, limiting yourself to only one destination can be risky. There are many other countries offering high-quality education, strong job markets, easier immigration pathways, better processing times. Countries like Canada, Australia, these countries are actively welcoming skilled individuals and students. So instead of feeling blocked, you should start thinking, what are my other opportunities? Build your profile, not just your application. Another very important point that most people ignore: don't just focus on applying, focus on improving your profile. Ask yourself, do I have strong qualifications? Do I have relevant skills? Can I improve my English or communication abilities? Can I gain experience in my field? Because at the end of the day, countries don't just accept applications. They select valuable individuals. Patience is power. One of the biggest mistakes people make is losing hope too quickly. But the truth is, Policies come and go. Restrictions are imposed and later removed. Situations evolve. Those who succeed are not always the smartest, they are the ones who stay consistent, patient, and prepared. Final reality check. Let me say this very clearly and honestly. This situation is not the end of opportunities. It is a test of your strategy and mindset. Increase audience retention. If you found this video useful, like this video to support the channel. Do you think this decision is justified, or does it unfairly affect people? Share your opinion in the comments.